In my presentation, I will talk a little bit more heterogeneous and more difficult biomass resources like waste. Like Jari showed us in his presentation, when we are talking about the biomass potential, we are talking about enormous numbers. But many institutional associations has estimated, like World Energy Council, that by 2050 the bioenergy could supply maximum 250 or 450 exajoule per year, which is actually presenting around 1/4 or at its best 1/3 of the global energy demand. And the reason is that in principle the bioenergy could provide all the energy required, but the technical and economical potential is much lower. So it means that the competition over limited biomaterial sources will tighten in the near future. And when we are evaluating the European biomaterial potential as also on global level, the evaluation has to base on different kind of resources, like remote sensing data and report of international organization. And VTT has done a database on European biomass, and it is based at this moment on 20 reference. And we have used VTT own publication, Eurostat publication, FAOStat publication, and other international researches. And our interest has been concentrated to municipal waste, paper industry, saw industry, forest harvesting, peat harvesting, start industry, brewery industry, sugar factory industry, and agriculture. And of course there are other industry side streams which are not included in our database. There are many kinds of biomass resources, and the difference between these biomass resources are, of course, the chemical composition, the purity, the moisture content, and the quantity of how much you can get the biomass. And of course, these quality parameters have certain influence to the price of the biomass resource. When we started the project, the main target was to develop a user interface for easily locating the side stream and biomass in Europe. And we want to also to establish and maintain European-wide wide database on biomass sources, and I underline the principal chemical components, not the all components. And when we have developed this database, we have noticed that the database should or will identify the best biomass source for any application. And it also should give some preliminary data or evaluation concerning the unit operation which we are using to the biomass. And I mean the chemical, enzymatic, mechanical, refining, and that kind of. And very challenging target is that the system which we are now developing should support the business development action of companies, either planning to use the side stream or the ones in need to sell the side stream. Why VTT? VTT is one of the forerunners in utilization of bio-based materials. We have lots of knowledge on different kind of biorefinery concepts, and VTT has been a very active partner in new development project. So we think that we have the opportunity to identify the effective new routes to utilize the biomass. And also, as global networked multi-technology contract research, we should get the newest information, and we can update the database based on our early experience of database systems. The access principle is that we collect the information of these biomass resources, and we evaluate and modify to the chemicals, and also estimate what are the best unit operation that we can use for a certain biomass resource. And the heat values or the energy is excluded in our research because VTT has other projects where this energy section is involved. As an example of these different kind of sources is geographic information system, whereas from Biocore project, where has estimate the full potential of straw and hardwood researches in Europe. And classical example is Metlas information from Metlas publication, annual biomass side stream from forest harvesting in Europe. And there's also fuel peat industry information from EU. And the vision is that when we are developing the new version of the database, where we have collect data from remote sensing data, from national statistics, from production numbers, from industry, and we can localize this information by using the GPS coordinates. And we have a database program who has designed as a tool for sorting, combining, calculating, and presenting the data in a meaningful way, and increase performance and save time by automatic this task. And the presentation way can be do from bioresearch space, like on the left corner, or we can calculate the different chemical principal component, cellulose, starch, hemicellulose, lignin, lipid base. And if we have some interesting known coordinate on the map, and we know coordinates of the available side stream resources, we can calculate different kind of by different criteria, some parameters, and we can get the heat map which is below, which tells which is the most potential place, for example, to put a certain kind of plant. And as a conclusion, when I have 1 minute and 27 seconds, is that the information of biomass has gathered and is incomplete. And no compiled data exists at this moment to enable systematic and comprehensive information for the raw data. And the database which we have now can establish and maintain European-wide database on our chosen biomass sources and the principal component. And the new database which we are developing will identify the best biomass sources for certain application and keep the preliminary evaluation concerning the unit operation. And the last and challenging target is that this database should be the marketplace for biomass business. Thank you.